Okay, chapter 5 test. Doing the vocabulary. Remember, these are definitions. So some of these might sound right, but there may be a better answer for some of them. Number one, the non-parallel sides of a trapezoid. That is B, your legs. A quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides parallel. That is D, parallelogram. A quadrilateral with 4 right angles. Okay, by definition, that's a rectangle. A quadrilateral with 4 congruent sides. By definition, that's just a rhombus. A lot of people put square here. Square needs 4 congruent angles and 4 congruent sides. Okay, number 5, the parallel sides of a trapezoid. That's going to be your bases, A. The segment that joins the midpoints of the legs of a trapezoid, or the segment that joins the midpoints of 2 sides of a triangle. That's AD, a mid-segment. And a trapezoid that has 2 congruent legs, that's an isosceles trapezoid. So that's AE. True or false here. Every parallelogram is a trapezoid. That is false, which on the Scantron that would have been B. Every trapezoid is a quadrilateral. That is true. Every trapezoid is 4-sided, so that should be A. Every quadrilateral is a trapezoid. That's false. And remember, back up to 8, every parallelogram is a trapezoid. Parallelograms are not trapezoids. Trapezoids are not parallelograms. Okay, so if you think back to our flow chart, we had quadrilaterals. We went to parallelograms. If it wasn't a parallelogram, it went off to a trapezoid. Okay, and when it was a parallelogram, it was either a rectangle, a rhombus, or both of those items, and that would be referred to as a square. That's our flow chart. So that's why every parallelogram is a trapezoid. Well, no, because trapezoids are not parallelograms. Every trapezoid has at least 1 pair of parallel sides. That's false. The statement should say every trapezoid has exactly 1 pair of parallel sides. Every angle of a rhombus is congruent. That is false as well. The diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. That is true. Every rhombus is a square. That is false. Every square is a rhombus. That is true. Every rectangle is a square. That's false. A trapezoid is a parallelogram. That is false. Okay, that's a lot like question number 8. A trapezoid is not a quadrilateral. That is false. We just learned from this flowchart here that a trapezoid is a quadrilateral. And if a quadrilateral has 2 right angles, then it is not a trapezoid. That is false. You can have a trapezoid that has 2 right angles. It might look something like that, where that's a right angle, that's a right angle. Here are your parallel sides. That would be a trapezoid, and it has 2 right angles, so that's why this is false. Going down to number 20, it says identify the key difference between trapezoids and parallelograms. The key difference is that trapezoids only have 1 pair of parallel sides and parallelograms have 2, so it should be option D. 21, best thing here to do is to go into your picture and draw in or write in what each segment is. AB is x plus y, BC is y plus 4, CD is 3x plus 6, and AD is 2x plus y. Now, we know it's a parallelogram, been told that, so we know opposite sides should be congruent. So I'm going to take 3x plus 6 is equal to x plus y, and then I'll take 2x plus y is equal to y plus 4. Okay, when I solve both these equations, I see I have 2 variables in both of them. I might want to use a system of equations. So I start the process of moving all my x's over and all my y's over to one side and my other terms the other side. So I'll subtract an x from both sides, and that'll leave me 3x plus 6 is equal to y. I'll subtract the y from both sides, so we get 3x plus 6 minus y is equal to 0. And then I'll subtract the 6 from both sides, so now I get 3x minus y is equal to negative 6. So this expression here, or that equation, and this equation are the same. They're just rearrange the terms a little bit. Over here, I would do the same thing. I subtract y from both sides, but when I do that, I end up with 2x is equal to 4, so now I know x is 2. Okay. Now, if x is 2, I want to solve, looking at my answers here, that eliminates A and eliminates C. I want to look to see if it's B or D now. Okay, so I have to find y. I'll come down here and say, 3x minus y was equal to negative 6. So I'll plug in x, I'll get 6 minus y is equal to negative 6. Subtract 6 from both sides, get y is equal to, or negative y is equal to negative 12. So y has to be positive 12.